Hi, welcome to Kevin's Note to Self. I'm Kevin, and today I was going to talk about, a nugget I've learned along the way. In fact, this whole show is premised upon things I'm learning as I'm trying to build a business. Today's Note to Self is going to be to ponder is to squander. And let me fill you in on who I am as well.
I'm just trying to find a solution. I'm just trying to find a solution. Note to self.
Hi, welcome to episode 1 of Note to Self with Kevin. And again, I'm Kevin. So the reason I've made this YouTube video is, I want to keep track of growth as I create my business. And these little nuggets, I'm trying to remind myself of things I need to get done, and hopefully you'll find them as a nugget. That's my hope anyway. So my overall creation is something I'm going to keep on the hush-hush for a little while, but every note to self is kind of something I'm working on in my own business or my own project. So there's more, the history with me, I guess, would be I used to be a musician, and I dedicated probably 8 or 9 years of my life to being a musician, and unfortunately things just don't always work out the way you want, and that's okay. I've found a lot of passion in my current project, and that's why I'm doing this, is just how passionate I am, and this is something that I need to do to figure out what I'm going to do next, or solidify it in my mind and hopefully help you as a watcher or listener of this to get some value out of it. But today's episode, again, to ponder is to squander. I heard Gary Vaynerchuk say that once, and a couple other times I heard it, and I figured that's a good topic. As I dive into my website or my development, I realize, I can overanalyze what I'm working on and think way too hard about what I'm doing, and then, I just keep pondering a specific thing I'm working on or tool, and really it leads to frustration, because okay, now I have a whole list of things I need to get done, and whereas maybe the core objective is already complete, but now I'm nitpicking and trying to make things perfect. And even Russell Brunson always basically says, let's just take the next step. Let's figure out what the next step is. Set a deadline. Specifically, he always tells a story about a lead or gold deadline. But yeah, he's a great person to follow, or a great person I've been following. His name is Russell Brunson. So I get little nuggets from books, from podcasts, from YouTube videos, and I figure out what people are doing that's making them successful, and basically I'm trying to kind of harness that power, I guess you could say, and learn how it can influence what I'm doing. And so going back to pondering is, I even ponder I even ponder finding the right team. So I wish I could do it all by myself. In fact, I spent the last year of my life just learning what I've been developing, and realize that the small scope that I can see it in, I need somebody else that can zoom out and zoom in, basically to see, okay, this is the overall vision, and this is the scope of where my talents are, and I need somebody with, I guess, more talent in specific areas, and that's where I've kind of been stuck. And I guess finding the right team is the step I'm at right now. And if I ponder that too long, I may squander an opportunity by trying to do more things myself instead of getting the team, if that makes any sense. So why am I keeping my overall thing a secret is, it's not complete, and of course there's the nerves of sharing an idea, but really, without somebody being able to execute on the overall idea anyway, it wouldn't matter. But I'm keeping this specific idea close to the vest for now until I've at least released it out there. but I want to give strategies I'm using along the way. So if this is helpful, I'm hoping to be a help to somebody, even one person. It's definitely a help to myself to verbalize this. And so my goal is to get to the point where I'm trimming the fat, basically learning to cut out what's not needed so I can put my idea out there. Because otherwise, I can keep adding, but is the core of what I'm working on, is it ready to go? So I can go ahead. If I keep critiquing it, basically I'll never release whatever the concept or idea I'm working on is. Which leads me to time. Of course, if I spend too much time on any specific thing, then I feel like I haven't accomplished anything. But, I take things piece by piece by piece, and I learn, okay, spend a little time and focus and actually write out a plan of what I'm going to work on, and then I can go to the next thing. So right now, I'm working on trimming the fat from my project so I can get it ready to be shown to people I want to bring in. And then basically, learning not to just sit there and ponder about it. I need to actually get the ideas out there. That's, step 2. And I'm trying to think here. I guess, learning to trust the process. I've seen so many people have success by just trusting their instincts and going and moving forward, and that's what I'm trying to learn to do is trust my instincts. So basically, yeah, if I do it all myself, I may be able to do it that way, but if time can be an enemy as well, it's I guess basically time is our biggest advantage and weakness. Our biggest advantage because when you're small, you have all the time in the world to try to get this together. In the sense where it's a weakness is, family time, trying to figure out how to work-life balance, I guess. If that's incoherent, I guess all I'm trying to say is that I need to learn to use time to my advantage. And, those 3 things, not thinking too much, not pondering so I squander the whole idea in general. I could be another 2 years from now being the exact same point I am. That's happened to me with previous projects. I have had success in areas of my life, but that's always come out of hard work and, devotion to whatever the specific thing I'm working on is. So I don't want to over-critique myself to where it becomes, I need to get more done, and the project's already complete. But yeah, so time would be the last main thing. So pondering, need to knock that off. Critiquing myself, need to knock that off and just kind of let things go. And then, of course, learn to use time to my advantage, set proper goals, set proper, allow myself proper motivation to get things done. So as I move forward here, I'm going to try to make this a little more cohesive to my project, and I'm just learning to put all these pieces together. So if some things don't make sense, I'll try to get more organized if you're going to watch this consistently with me. But my goal is to help you guys, and so if you have any questions, you can go ahead and leave some comments, good or bad, critique it. This is, really the first foot forward. Again, I've put other silly videos together, but it's really been all leading to the motivation to do this on top of working on my actual goal with the business. But anyway, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and you guys take care. All right.